A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Sangeeta, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, and I welcome each and everyone to the meeting of Women Toastmasters Club, the one and only women's club. Before we move ahead with this amazing session, there are a few ground rules that I would request each and everyone to kindly follow. Number one, switch on your cameras and turn off your mic and speak only when asked. Number two, refrain yourself from speaking about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. Number three, avoid the usage of abbreviation. For example, instead of addressing someone as TMOD, use Toastmaster of the Day, or calling someone as TM Sangeeta, use Toastmaster Sangeeta. Number four, rename yourself as per your roles. For example, if you are a timer, rename yourself as timer underscore your name. Since we all are connected through this virtual podium, there might be a possibility of technical glitch or you might get disconnected. Don't get panicked, you'll be reconnected within seconds. All our Win Toastmasters Club meetings have been recorded and been uploaded to YouTube. In case you missed it, you can have access to all our videos. So before I leave this podium, allow me to introduce our super enthusiastic, energetic, and beautiful President Toastmaster Shruti. Please give a big round of applause for her.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta, and I genuinely appreciate you warmly introducing me to the club and also welcoming here to this meeting. So please give Sangeeta a huge round of applause because she is joining in ad hoc to this meeting based on our request because we wanted to see her lovely face and we wanted her to be a part of the meeting. So thank you so much, Sangeeta, despite her exams. So, and meanwhile, I talk about Sangeeta, I would like to also mention here that she is competing for 2 exams, not just one. I'm done with my exams with 1 exam. She's working on 2 exams along with a job. So kudos, Sangeeta, good luck. And thank you so much for joining. We were missing your SAR sessions too much. Am I right, everyone? And I'm sure, Sangeeta, you are also missing us. Please do join us more often as you can. With this, we move forward into the meeting. Today's meeting is going to be super special. Why? Because this is probably in this session, in this EC, this is our probably second last or third last meeting. And after this, a new set of officers are going to take up the podium and are going to run the club, are going to help the club make it a success, and setting up all the members of the club a success. I would like to ask some of you, because we'll also be completing 1 year of this club really soon, that how do you feel being a part of this club? And I know that some of us have been the member of the club, the chartering member of the club, and before this, we had never heard of Toastmasters. So I would like to ask probably Jayati and Kalpita, because I know that they were not Toastmasters. They have heard about Toastmasters from different people, and also in the last term, Jayati had taken up an EC role, competing in contests, winning them, bringing laurels to the club. How do you feel, Jayati, being a part of this community?
I feel really, really privileged and honored to be among such wonderful women. It is really always wonderful for me to join at this time of the evening every Sundays. I know it's quite an odd time for some people because Sundays are usually your outings off somewhere out of your home. But I prefer much if I spend my time with all of you, because Toastmasters is something which I got interested with from my mentor Panna Rashmi Rai, and from that moment onwards, in this all women's club, I feel there is a certain energy which goes on, which I don't find anywhere else. Believe me, absolutely, this is true. That is why I love joining in the sessions, and I've got so many takeaways from this place, because every meeting I am exposed to something new, because every meeting has a new theme, and the Toastmaster of the day puts it all across so beautifully. So there's so much to learn. Thank you so much. And I will continue coming to the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jayati. Thank you for sharing your perspective here. And I'm asking this question because it is very important at times that you pause in your life and reflect on how far you have come. I find myself as a person, as a human being, as a woman, as a person who is working and managing a house and putting up with family's expectations on various aspects. I feel myself running between my to do lists, and I'm sure many of you do. Am I right? I'm like, I'm not a human. I am a human in the shape of a robot. And I'm like, tick, tick, tick. Oh, very happy. I feel like a winner. No tick, no tick, no tick. Oh no, I'm overwhelmed. I feel so sad. How many of you believe in this, that you are now these days functioning like a robot? I do. Strongly do, because I feel like a robot at times. And I'm like, I do not want all this fast paced life. On the other side of my head, it's something that says, no, I should achieve it. Everyone is running the rat race, and I'm also one rat, and I need to be a part of that rat race. But it is also important that someone pushes you and someone says, hey, wake up, stop, and smell the roses and reflect how far you have come. And with this, I would like to ask Nasima, probably pinching you here and asking you, Nasima, tell me how far you have come, because she was also one of the initial members of Win Toastmasters Club. How do you feel, Nasima? Share with us in less than 60 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. I'm overwhelmed by your introduction about me. I have come first to this level because of this Toastmaster Club. Otherwise, I would have been like in a cocoon, sitting and waiting for others to push me out. But after joining Toastmasters, it's like gala. Every time, every Sunday, it's like attending the Toastmaster has given me a lot of opportunities to improve myself, to improve my confidence, and in every aspects of my life. Thank you, and over to you, Shruti.
Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for Nasima? And Nasima, let me tell you, Nasima is someone, for people who do not know her or have not come across her story so far. Nasima is someone, when she came into the club and joined us, she would not even switch on her camera. She would not even, I mean, taking up roles and signing up for them is a far-fetched story. She would not even switch on her camera, and she would be just sitting in the corner and being there. When asked, she would answer something and then gone. Gradually, probably after 3 months, right, Nasima, she started taking up roles, auxiliary roles, and she would be like, I'm so scared, I do not know how to do it. And recently, like 3 months ago, she delivered a speech in my other club, that is Salt Lake Toastmasters Club, among all people, everyone whom she had never met online or offline. And she delivered a speech, level 2 speech, and that was impeccable. Everyone was in awe of her performance. So that's what happens. And I'm sharing this, probably you might be hearing in every presidential address, that they come in and share a story to motivate you all. But I'm asking your stories because I believe in one fact, that we all are walking stories. If not for places, poetry, and people, what are we otherwise? Right? If we all have cocooned ourselves and closed ourselves like a book. We all are like this, walking like this. If we open this, we'll find so many colors here, right? And probably Toastmasters is trying to open this part, this yellow thing that you are seeing here, or maybe this green part here. And we are just nurturing this part of ours with each other. So please do not hesitate. Please do not hesitate while taking up roles, while making mistakes, because as one of the eminent Toastmasters in District 41, he says, his name is Distinguished Toastmaster Shatridi Basu. He says Toastmasters is the best platform to fail. And I often quote this because to me, yes, it is the best platform to fail and make mistakes. So if you are scared of signing up for roles, taking up something new, delivering speeches, get rid of that fear. Because if not now, then when? And this applies to taking up and signing up for executive officer roles. If you are thinking that should I nominate myself for the role of that president or for the role of vice president membership or SA or anything, just get rid of that fear and say, I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. So what if I fail? So what if I make a mistake? It will be just once. No, after that I'll learn, right? And I'm sure like Shreya is doing this role. And when Shreya joined, Shreya was also like, I just want to be a spectator there of the meetings. I will not be taking up any roles. We said, okay, be a spectator, but be there. And after that, here she is taking up the role of our counter. So all of you can motivate each other. I need not bring in stories and prepare for my PO's address. So give yourself a huge round of applause. Everyone, give yourself a huge round of applause and give yourself maybe a pat on your back. You know, in psychology, in human psychology, the one thing that I want to share, whenever you feel anxious, the therapists or psychotherapists, and there is a technique also. How do you soothe your anxiety? How do you calm yourself down? There are various ways of patting yourself. As a child, when you were a child, or if you're a mother or a parent, or you have a pet, whenever they feel anxious, what do? You pet them, right? You say, oh, please sleep. Or then you put them a lullaby and then you make them put them to sleep, right? You all have the inner child. Whenever you feel anxious, trust me, if you do this to yourself, you're going to feel calm down. You're going to be stress free for a little moment also, but you're going to feel stress free. And for that little child, let that little child bloom into a flower and come up on stage and dance and sing and do whatever you want. So we all are little children here. Remove the age part there. Remove your wrinkles, remove your gray hair, remove everything else. But you all are little children, and this is the playground for us. So with this, let's move forward into the meeting. And this is the context that I want to set up for this meeting because I'm super excited for various reasons. But for one, today is going to be my not I will not say favorite because all of you are my favorite, but the person whose Toastmaster of the Day sessions I always look forward to. Last time when they did a Toastmasters of the Day session, the creativity that they showcased was impeccable. For me, it was out of the box. And this time also, I'm really sure that they're going to be super creative. Someone who is definitely a mother and definitely a teacher, but more than that, she's a wonderful human being. And that shows the way she challenges and the way she takes up problems, the way she is always like the pillar for the club. So please welcome Toastmaster Amrita as the Toastmaster of the Day from now on for this meeting. So over to you, Toastmaster Amrita. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam President. What a lovely welcome. This is exactly why Toastmaster Satyadeep, in fact, DTM Satyadeep Basu says Toastmasters is the platform where you never fail, and you're always learning. I have something very close to heart lined up for you all today. I'm going to pour a few words. Sadha pa pa dha ma pa ma ga re, sadha pa pa dha ma pa ma ga re, pa ma ga re re sa. And yes, that is the theme for the evening today. It's not the Hindi Varnamala. It is the rhythm in it. It is the melody it becomes. The music all around us is what I chose as the theme for the evening. Again, another thing which takes and builds the story forward. Our president just mentioned that there are a lot of things that you require to boost yourself, pat yourself, feel good, de-stress, relax. And what better than something really pleasant to your ears? The rain is about to arrive in the region I stay. After the scorching heat, little droplets falling on any flat surface. I don't know if I'm able to convey that, but your faces do convey a lot of emotion that's running inside you. Yes, the little music that you hear in the rain, in the water that flows from the tap every day, in the water that flows in the rivers, the air that whistles through the trees, all of it creates such wonderful music. And I feel we really do not require an orchestra, a lot of instruments to build music. It's all around us in the environment, and we all need just the ears and the heart to realize and feel it all around. We will go through a lot of wonders that the music has been creating. Music has created, has real power, and we will be discussing all of it in today's meeting. And before we do that, the meeting today will be divided into three segments. The first, prepared speech section, where we have the rhythms and the lyrics all pre-planned. The second would be the impromptu speech section, where we will have all the music coming very spontaneously from all of you. And then we have a little coaching, a little feedback from our general evaluator, and that would take us forward, and we will then work on it. And for that, we have our general evaluator, Toastmaster Rituparna, with us today. We welcome Toastmaster Rituparna, who is currently working in TCS and is Vice President Education in TCS Maitri Club. TCS Maitri Icon Toastmasters Club. Rituparna is a very, very helpful, energetic, cheerful, and spontaneous person. And all of that, yes, you did not write it. That comes from the very fact that you agreed on accepting our invitation at the last minute. So we welcome you, Toastmaster Rituparna. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrita. And it was really a privilege to join Win Toastmaster Club. And I didn't know this club is totally women's club. That I come to know, like, it's really good. And and especially Toastmaster Amrita, the way you spoke before, it sounded so poetic. I was thinking like maybe you write some kind of poem or something. So that was very so thank you for uh, inviting me. And now coming to my role. So today, as a general evaluator, I will try to check all the what are we doing very nicely and where can we improve in future. So it's a humongous task because I can't notice every bit. So I have a team with me. So first I would like to request our timer, Toastmaster Kanchan, to come and explain her role.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Rituparna, Toastmaster Rituparna. So a very good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Yes, I'm doing the role of the timer in today's meeting, and I will keep track of the timings of all role players and speakers. So I will show you the different color cards in my background according to your time. For example, in the first session, in prepared speech session, it's a time for 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show the green card after 5 minutes, and I'll show yellow card after 6 minutes, and I'll show a red card after 7 minutes. And in the second segment of table topic section, it's time will be the 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll show the yellow card after 1 minute and red card after 2 minutes. And the third session, that is evaluation session. It's a time will be 2 to 3 minutes for evaluators and all role players. auxiliary role players. So I'll show yellow card for the 2 minutes, after 2 minutes, and red card after 3 minutes. So please be careful about your timings so that you can be eligible for the voting. And for example, I'll show you my background changes as so you can see my background as a green card, so yellow card, and now this is red card. So thank you so much, and I'll represent my overall report at the end of the session, in the third session, when general evaluator will call me. So over to you, Toastmaster Rituparna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanchan, for explaining your role so beautifully, and the cards look so innovative also. That's good. And I don't know. So there is a grace period also. I think you have missed that part. Grace period. So
Oh,
30
yeah,
30 second of grace period.
yeah, 30 seconds. I forgot to. So sorry. I forgot to mention
It's
that.
okay.
Yeah, all
It's
speakers
okay.
and all role players will get 30 minutes of extra standby time.
Thank you so much. Now moving on to our next role player, our counter, Toastmaster Shreya. So Toastmaster Shreya, can you please explain your role?
Yeah, sure. Good evening, all of you, and good evening to General Evaluator. So today is my role of our counter is to note and keep track of words and sounds used as a crunch or pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. So the use of inappropriate as and well, but so like as well sound like and So I will be the tracking of this and taking all the notes, and I will give my report when the general evaluator asks me. So yes, this is my role. Over to you, general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreya, for explaining your role. Now moving on to our next role player, Toastmaster Kalpita. So Toastmaster Kalpita, can you please come forward and explain your role as a grammarian? Toastmaster Kalpita, are you there? I can see her, but I'm not sure. Hmm. So I guess she is busy. Yes, you are on mute. Kalpita.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rituparna. And good evening, everyone. All our Toastmasters and our guests. Well, I'm a grammarian today. And as a grammarian, my role is to make a note of the good usages and not so good usage of grammar. I'll also keep a track of any pronunciation mistakes or any kind of other grammatical errors while in any of the speeches that any of the Toastmasters or any of the participants speak during the session. I have to introduce the word of the day, and I would like to share my screen for that matter. Just a minute, please.
You need co-host rights, is it?
Yeah, I
have
hope
given it.
my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
So the word of the day is rejuvenate. It means refresh, recharge, or recreate. And we can use it in sentence. Rejuvenate is a very common term, common word, and we can use it in our daily life. After a busy day, Music helps me to rest, restore, and rejuvenate my mind and body. The mountain air will rejuvenate, so and so forth, Shelley. He has decided to rejuvenate the team by bringing in a lot of new young players. You need to be tender, loving, and caring to rejuvenate your relationships. The reason for dressing up well for the evening tea is just to rejuvenate my soul. So the word rejuvenate is a word of the day, and I would request everyone to use it as many times as possible. And I'll keep a note of the number of times everyone is using the word, and we will definitely cheer the member with a thumbs up, whoever uses the word. I'll come back with the report at the end of the session when our General Evaluator Madam asked me to do so. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpita, for explaining so beautifully. Next, we have one more role player here as a listening master. So I'll request Toastmaster Nasima to come forward and explain her role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. I am the listening master of today's session. I'll call the session as a rejuvenate session because it refreshes the listener's mind to answer the question asked by the listening master. My role is to take note of the tidbits of information from the speakers and ask questions at the end of the session to understand and see how the people have been responding to the session. And that's it. And over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasima. So all of you have heard Nasima, right? Keep your eyes and mind on the session. And now, and that's all the role players, that's the team we have for evaluation purpose. And now we will come at the end of the session. Now, I would like to hand over the podium back to our TMOD, Toastmaster Amrita, who will tell us how we can rejuvenate our mental peace using music. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Yes, that was one of the reasons. The theme for today was music, that it helps us all de-stress, rejuvenate, and get ready for the next challenge that comes on. And the stories are not just there. We're all very familiar, and we mostly resort to various musics of the music of our choice when we are stressed, when we are in pain, when we are lonely, when we are depressed, when we are anxious, when we don't get sleep, when we are writing notes. If we did long time back, maybe then. Now, yes, that's one part of the story. How many of you, give me a raise of hand if you've been a kid who said, Mama, listening to music helps me focus. I'm just completing my classwork copy and my notes. So maybe listening to music is not going to distract me. And you were the kid whose parents always said, stay focused, don't listen to music. You're just studying. Now, I have one raise of hand. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpita. But I did have more heads nodding all the way. I'm going to bring you one big story. I mean, it's a fact. It's not a story. Stories is what we've spent our lives making. But do you know, listening to music while you are solving sums in mathematics increases your productivity by 40%. 40% boost. So the chances of getting a correct answer when you're solving a sum and listening to music simultaneously, 40% chance has gone up. I hope my daughter isn't listening. But yes, there were times when I was a kid like that. So it does improve focus, it improves our concentration, it improves memory. Supported? Studies prove. Now, why limit ourselves there? I recently read an article where I was reading majorly about Sanskrit, but that did align very closely with rhythm and music. The shlokas in Sanskrit, they're all very rhythmic. All the chants that we do, irrespective of what words we use, have melody in them, have music in them. And this is about a lady who came to India all the way after getting encouraged to learn Sanskrit, stayed in Gangotri for a long while learning Sanskrit, and then got very, very intrigued and moved southwards to learn more on the language. And when she did that, the chantings that we do, or we've heard our mothers, our elders create, intrigued her so much, she went back and started practicing shlok and music as therapy in hospitals in the West. That was very, very encouraging to me. I went back to how many shloks are recited in my house throughout the day, how much chanting my mother would have done all her life, and how many of them I stayed focused to. I very conveniently tuned myself off because that was readily available and was done every day. So maybe I took that very lightly. Getting into the hospital to listen to those rhythmic music? No. So I get back to that music every day in my life, in our own houses, and maybe play some while I am in the kitchen or at my work desk doing something else. So music is not only de-stressing, is not only treating stress, anxiety, and depressions, it is also taking care of all the physical, cognitive, and other disorders in our lives. You might want to say physical. Oh, so are you saying my leg is hurting and I should listen to music? Yes, friend, that will help because some neurotransmitters begin to release that wonderful hormone. And yes, I see Toastmaster Jaiti nodding her head. She has experienced it, it believes. Yes, yes, yes. It is dopamine which makes us feel rejuvenated, happy, and brings us all happy emotions. So when you are happy, you focus less towards your leg. That is was hurting, but you've now started listening to music. Come on, friend, it's not hurting anymore. So, music as therapy in various fields is powerful and almost free of cost. So let me see a raise of hand from people who will now get back to music. I have pushed down my karma a bit aside into the covers, a fancy one, and probably have not used it in last 1 week or 10 days. I am now going to uncover it, dust it off, and begin using it once again. Will you? All right, friends. So with that, we are now building into the evening and we have those notes which are practiced and the words which are at their right place, the prepared speech section. And to get into that, we have our first evaluators. Before we call our prepared speaker, we call on her evaluator to set the expectations. Now, this is a very familiar face to all of us, a very dynamic, focused, and a go-getter to its true sense, our presiding officer, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrita. So the speaker in question will be delivering a speech based on two statements. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. And the second part is the purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. They should be able to tell a story or something that has happened with them to be able to motivate and inspire others. Timer, please note the timing of the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. So, with this, we are waiting for a wonderful speech which is lined up by our Toastmaster Vandana. Toastmaster Vandana is a very, very hardworking, ambitious, and a very happy person, jovial person in herself. It's been a pleasure listening to all her speeches, and we're all waiting to listen to her all over again today. So, Toastmaster Vandana, I am a good speaker. I am a good speaker, Toastmaster Vandana.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Amrita. Have you ever watched the movie The Secret? Or do you believe in the law of attraction? Do you wonder this law of attraction is critical, it's complicated, or a miracle? It is. If I throw an object in the air, where it will fall? It will fall on the ground. And if I jump from a building, I will hit the ground. What it is? It is gravitational force which attracts us to the ground. The same way, the law of attraction is it attracts the thoughts, beliefs which we believe immensely. It attracts those beliefs and make our situation like that. So to create a life or the world you desire, I will share few strategies, 4 strategies. The first one is confirm bias, or we can say believe strongly. In your life, if you believe something strongly, if you want something immensely, you will attract those situations in your life. You will see the things which you believe, which you want immensely, that are happening in your life at that moment. If I say about me, if I give an example, that I had an immense, I wanted to become a good speaker. I had a passion for speaking. And finally, I got this platform, Toastmasters International. And I'm sure I'm improving. And the second strategy is perception or attitude, how you see the situation. Every person, every people see the same situation differently. One day I was sitting near a window and saw there was a black cloud outside and it was about to rain. Suddenly my daughter came to me and said, "Mummy, see what a beautiful weather. Let's go to the rooftop. Let's enjoy the weather." I thought I was thinking it as a black cloud and mud everywhere, and see how my daughter is thinking. And the same way, if I get any negative feedback in my Toastmasters meeting, I always try to improve that area where I lacked, where I was not good. So, and the third perception is feed your mind with positive thoughts. If you say a garden, if you plant roses plant, what will you receive? What will you get? You'll get roses. And if you don't plant anything there, will that ground, will that field will be empty? No, the weeds will grow there. The same way in our mind, if we don't plant or don't feed our mind with positive thoughts, the negative thoughts will grow in our mind. So try to feed your mind with positive or motivational thoughts, inspirational thoughts. Practice to feed it in our meeting also. If we want to deliver our speech, we should practice it beforehand with the various thoughts, with the various stories, so that we can deliver our speech in a good way, in a better way in our meeting. The fourth strategy is change your vocabulary. If you say, I want something, I want to become a better person, I want to achieve success, instead of this, you say, I am a better person. I am a successful person. I am a millionaire. I am a better speaker. So these are the things which we should always say positive things in our life to receive positive situations, to receive positive feedback in our life. If we have something negative, if something negative happened in our life, instead of saying repeatedly, we should not repeat that sentence. If we come from our office, or if we come to our house and say, I had a bad day today, you should not say like this. If we say this sentence, we are energizing this sentence. We are reliving in that situation. Instead of this, we should say, I will improve, I will do better next day. Today, maybe something happened, but the next day will be my best day. So, this way, I think we will attract good things in our life. We will attract positive things in our life. If you want anything positively, if you want something strongly, immensely, the whole universe starts to help you to get those things. So we should always have positive things in our mind, and we should always think that I am a good speaker. It is like if I say I'm a great millionaire, it doesn't mean that if I say this and everyone will think that I am lying. We have to speak it internally. It is not we are telling people externally that I'm a millionaire, I am a good speaker. But inside us, but internally, I should say that I am a good speaker. I am a good speaker. What do you think, Toastmaster of the day? Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vandana, and we all agree to it. Yes, you are a great speaker. With all your speeches that have been lined up all the way, and the way you have been going a notch up every time with every speech, yes, you are a great speaker. We will now build it as we all begin to grow with music, de-stress, relax, treat various ailments, and is that limited to only humans? No, my dear friends. This also trickles down to all other species, and not only movable, even the plants that you potted in your plants. Begin to poo a few words in the morning to them, and they grow 20% more. Now, I would before we get into the science of all of these growth and dance and music, music also creates some very weird emotions. Is there anyone here who felt that music has triggered some negative emotion in you ever? Have you felt scared of music sometime? Did you feel low because you were listening to music? Were you saying something to us, Master Kalpita?
Yes, scared. Yeah, when you use the word scared, yeah, suddenly I recall when my son sees those horror movies and the music instantly make me get up from my chair and I ask him to stop watching that movie. Yes, scary sounds do scare us, and it creates a kind of a, since I am a little bit of like that, probably, it creates a little bit of long-term impact sometimes, definitely. And apart from that, what I was thinking what was going in my mind is music often brings in nostalgic senses, I mean, awakens the nostalgic senses within us. Hearing some old Bollywood songs last day when I was having a get together with my friends, and we were hearing to old Bollywood songs of Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, and all stuff. I was recalling and feeling nostalgic and thinking of those days of my school, of, of the days of the school. So this kind of emotions definitely are triggered if we hear music, different kind of music. Yes, it does. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Amrita.
Well, yes, I was actually trying to get there. All great things, wonderful music. Yes, there are times, and I did go through that this is now just a personal story. I did go through a phase where I couldn't listen to music. I have been a student of music. Long back, I studied vocal music, vocal classical music for a while, and I I have been somebody who has really loved music all the way. Though I am not a very active listener, but I did love music. And singing was very, very, very rejuvenating for me. It was especially de stressing, curative for me always. But there came a time when all the music that I heard was all around romanticism, and it triggered something very negative in me. Every music, every song that I used to listen to would get me some memory, because music is also memory. And it used to bring me some negative memory, and I used to go away from that music. But it has the power to pull me back. And yes, today I once again listen to all types of music. The power of music I was just mentioning is not limited to only humans, animals. Experiment with your pets, they love it too. Experiment with your plants. When you play some music, the plant cells stimulate themselves, and all this stimulation that is caused induces the movement of nutrients towards the plant. And when this happens, 20% growth once all over again. So more mangoes, more lemons, more apples, more pines on your trees. Play music. And with that, to create spontaneous music, which will boost not only others, not even plants, boost our growth. We have our table topic master, a very adaptable, affectionate, observant, and optimistic lady. We welcome Toastmaster Jayati.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening. Love your theme about music because music, for me especially, is something I listen to when I'm happy. But when I'm sad, I listen to the lyrics. And this is what keeps me going. So, today, my friends, good evening to all of you. And I am your table topics master for today's session. Now, a few rules. First of all, for the Toastmasters, who I give a topic, they cannot change the topic. And I don't think there are any guests over here. So even then, I will put out the rule. The rule for a guest is if I give a topic and the person doesn't like it, they can change the topic, but they cannot come back to the previous one. The time taken, the timer has graciously told us the time about table topics. That is 1 to 2 minutes. Thank you so much for that. I am just reiterating it. And ladies, please use the word of today, rejuvenate. Let's rejuvenate ourselves with the topics. And there is one request I have today, that is, I am not going to ask for any volunteers. I am just going to give everyone a topic and they have to speak. All right, so let's get on with it. The first to come on stage will be Shreya. Shreya, are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Shreya. Your topic is. There's some noise. Okay, fine. Is there some
Again?
noise going on at the background? Yes, there is some disturbance. Yes, that's not there anymore. So.
It must be the sound of your fan, Shreya.
Yeah, maybe the fan. Fan?
The fan. So
Maybe.
should I switch off? Switch off
If
the fan?
you're comfortable, it's not necessary
Yeah.
otherwise. Okay, fine. Okay, your topic is. Where is she?
Just yeah. Now
Yeah.
now it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear. So your topic is music gives wind. Sorry, music gives wings to the mind. Music gives wings to the mind. Toastmaster Shreya.
So sometimes what happens when we do a lot of studies and get like, oh, today I have studied a lot and my mind going to be just like blast or anything. So this is what happened. I used to do after doing the lots of study. I used to go and have some music to keep myself calm down and refresh myself and to recreate again by the help of the music and give my mind to the wing that yes, I am right now relaxing by listening the music. And music is such a thing that we used to listen them, and after the listening we feel like there is something that we feel like heaven, or we feel like we are not in earth, we are in heaven, and gives you wing to keep on flying and flying. And also I will say that there is a song in Hindi, आज मैं आज मैं ऊपर आसमां नीचे. So this is a song. So I used to remember that song and keep myself in charge. So music is such a thing that keep me on charging, to give me relax and give me motivate that take a rest, then again start the studying and or anything, again start the walking or start the television or start the taking take a talk with anyone. So music is such a thing that we used since childhood to till now, and I'm sure that if I get old and old, it will be also my part of my music. It will be my partner and give me the best company by listening the music and keep me energetic and make me happy. And also I would share, and I would also give other also to have a music and keep them free life and free enjoyment. So this is my thought by the music. So for the music. So this is the end. Thank you so much for the lovely topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shreya. Indeed, music is life. Okay, next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Kalpita. Toastmaster Kalpita, are you ready?
Yes, please.
Okay. Toastmaster Kalpita, your topic is music gives flight to imagination. Music gives flight to imagination. Toastmaster Kalpita.
Music gives flight to imagination. Just as I was talking about my childhood days, those were the memories, the old memories. Yes, that keeps on coming back now and then and rejuvenate the spirit. But sometimes some music really takes us to some other state of life, other place, to a place of a much higher order, might be. Well, let me just tell you about my son's love for music. And many a time he keeps on playing different kind of music. It is not always Indian, of course. There are Western music. He loves listening to different musical instruments, violin, and different concertos and symphonies, and I keep on hearing them. And trust me, when my son tells me about how he would love to go and attend any of the live shows abroad, my imagination, yes, takes another step. And I look forward to that place. And I encourage my son that, yes, definitely one day we'll get the opportunity. You work hard today, and tomorrow, definitely your dreams and your wishes will be fulfilled. So yes, dreams rejuvenate our spirit, and sometimes it takes us to some other world, and we keep on thinking, and we can discuss so many things and how we can again and again enjoy the time, and before we can reach that stage. And so music is always something that takes us to another state of the world. Over to you, Tabitha Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpita. Indeed, music takes us to another realm of world. Next, I would like to talk I would like to call upon Toastmaster Nasima. Toastmaster Nasima, are you ready?
Yes, Toastmaster Jayati.
Okay. Your topic is, for me, music is medicine. For me, music is medicine. Toastmaster Nasima.
Music, it acts as a medicine to our body. It's a therapy for our mind. And I agree to it. I agree to this statement strongly, because when we are feeling low, or when we are sitting at the home without no one, we try to think of something that comes in our mind, unnecessary things and negative thoughts. So music is the only thing that will cut off all those negative thoughts, and we can just change our mind by playing the music. Whenever we play the music, we have so much of nostalgic feeling that we had with our friends, with our parents. Whenever we listen to some kind of movie songs, we remember the place we went and we enjoyed over there. All those things will come to our mind, and it will be a medicine for ourselves. So it helps us to keep away from all those negative thoughts, and at the same time the feeling of loneliness. So it is always great to listen to the music and enjoy it, to come out of such a I can call it as a loneliness disease. That's it. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Jayati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nasima. Yes, easily music can take us out from our negativity. So the next person I would like to call upon would be Toastmaster Vandana. Toastmaster Vandana, are you ready?
Yes.
You're ready? Okay, okay. Toastmaster Vandana, your topic is where words fail, music speaks. Where words fail, music speaks. Toastmaster Vandana.
Thank you for the topic. It's really true. When the words fail, music speaks. Sometimes I saw when my daughter, when she was young, when she was born and she was child, when she used to cry for a long time, and I tried to make her sleep, but it never happened. It never. Then I take the help of music, and when I start the music, it really made her sleep. It really made she becomes quiet. She stops crying. So I think the words, when the words fails to stop her crying, the music really made her laugh, really made her sleep. And this type of thing I saw many times in my life. Whenever I am upset, I feel that there is nothing in my life, and then when I listen to music, I really rejuvenate. I really feel that I have a very happy life. I have a very happiness everywhere. So I think where the words fail, music really speaks. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vandana, on speaking so beautifully and fluently on the topic. Next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Kanchan. Toastmaster Kanchan, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Your topic is music is my only drug. Music is my only drug. Toastmaster Kanchan.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Jayati, for giving me such a nice topic. Yes, so definitely music is a drug. Music supports our physical, mental, and also emotional health. I can say that it can help in our some improving our mood, some like whenever we feel low, then whenever we listen some good music, then we feel resonate definitely. So yeah, it can even help us sleep better sometimes. And yeah, music is a language that everyone understands, and I always prefer to listen music whenever I feel some demotivate, like, and some low feeling in my heart. Then I always prefer to listen good music. And yeah, it seems that making some music is the even of the most basic human instinct. And yes, music has the ability to deeply affect our mental status and raise our mood always when we need it. Music gives us energy and a great motivation. When we are worried, it can soothe us also. So yeah, music is a drug for me, and I think for all of you also. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayati. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanchan, for telling us so beautifully that music indeed is a drug. Now, can I have the privilege to call upon our general evaluator to speak on a topic?
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Rituparna, your topic is sometimes music is the only medicine the heart and soul needs. Sometimes music is the only medicine the heart and soul needs. Toastmaster Rituparna.
I am someone who becomes worried about many things many times. And sometimes I don't even find a reason why I'm doing it. So finding a logic behind why I am feeling worried, I don't find it's making any sense. So at those times, I use music. Sometimes it may be soft music, which may be like uh, follow help me to calm down. Sometimes very loud music to just distract myself from all this any kind of negative thoughts and worries. So I think that music obviously can help me. Like yesterday I was feeling uh, like there was some kind of decision I need to make, and I was feeling all this overwhelmed that okay, this is also option, that is also option, what can I do? And while all these things are going, I was not able to make any decision. So I just needed to calm myself down. So I just played some slow Bengali song and listened to it for 15 minutes. After that I felt very sleepy and I felt calmed down, and then it helped me a lot. So I think yes, definitely music helps a lot in when logics and all these things can't make any sense. Music helps us to at least go through the process and go through steps. So it helps us to take the steps. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Jayati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rituparna, for telling us music makes us see sense. Toastmaster Amrita, are you there? Toastmaster Amrita?
I am.
Great. I am going to give you a topic now. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Toastmaster Amrita. Sometimes music speaks what we feel inside. Sometimes music speaks what we feel inside. Toastmaster Amrita.
Thank you. It's all about a time, a phase of life when I was not in the best of my mood, in my senses, I was going through a kind of a depression, and a lot of things around were failing. I had gone through a couple of miscarriages. My daughter was born after a lot of difficulty, and I had to be on bed rest. In this process, I lost my job. I had to quit it by choice. And of course, staying at home was stressing me out. I was sinking. Even the marriage was not working very well. I was going through extreme low emotional state, and that was the phase when I was trying to resort and find ways. When you're aware of your situation, you begin to explore how to get out of it. We are drowning, we would begin to move our limbs and try to save ourselves and float, right? It was the same. I was trying to find ways, and music was, yes, something that I had loved all my life. And I tried to sing, I tried to listen, but every time I tried to listen to music, it proved as a trigger, and I started feeling the same which I was feeling inside. Something that was, again, it would either bring back to a romantic relationship. Marriage wasn't materializing. It would either be something which will trigger me to be close to a very motherly feeling, and that was again not working. Something which was full of push, energy, rejuvenating music. A song I remember used to motivate me all through was Rubaru, a music, I think it was, I'm forgetting the name of the music, I'm sorry, but then it was Rubaru, and I could not do that. But so that this is how I was like, even that was sinking. Nothing was materializing, and this is why when I begin to feel at times music is so close to you that it begins to pull you, and pull you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amrita, for showing us the light through music. Toastmaster Shruti, are you ready to take on a topic? Toastmaster Shruti. She's not here. Toastmaster Shruti, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Ah, great, great, great. I'll give you a topic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your topic is, Toastmaster Shruti, late nights, good music, and you. Late nights, good music, and you. Toastmaster Shruti.
अब क्या गजल सुनाऊं तुझे देखने के बाद, कैसे यकीन पाऊं तुझे देखने के बाद, या फिर छिड़ी रात बात फूलों की. How many of you remember any of the 1980s movies? It could be in any language. It could be Bengali, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, any language. And I'm limited to just 4 or 5 languages, but I'm sure many of you have been able to relate to, if you speak Hindi and you have some taste in music and ghazal, you would be able to relate to it. Late night music in me means a perfect cocktail for journaling, a perfect cocktail for something creative, a perfect cocktail for making a new idea for my reel or next book that I want to read or next topic that I want to talk on my Instagram account. Late nights to me are talking to the moon and me myself feeling like a full moon, blooming in my own And you can call me narcissistic. You can call me a very absorbed person. But until and unless I am not aware of, I'm not able to observe myself, how will I observe you? And how will I be able to say anything, or I will be able to help any of you as a mentor or as a colleague or as a fellow club member? And to me, late nights, music, and myself, because myself being a night owl, I can totally relate to it. And this could be my favorite topic to talk about. And I'm telling you this because if you're yet to experience the beauty of moonlit sky, the beauty of having a small beverage, it could be red wine, it could be mint tea, it could be normal coffee, it could be anything. Make it for yourself. Plate it nicely on the finest bone china crockery that you have in your house. And treat yourself like that one guest for whom you have been taught by your mother or your father that let's not use this dress because Queen Victoria will be visiting the house, and we will put this china out when they are visiting. Or we will put this biscuits out because they are visiting. Or you will wear this dress only when they are visiting. Treat yourself like that eminent special guest and see how you feel, and come back to me and tell me that Shruti, I love it. I love myself. And that's how my music, me, myself, and night go in my life. Over to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. You reminded me of my mother. And I never knew, among all your accomplishments, you are such a good singer. Lovely, beautiful song. Thank you for entertaining all of us. I see Toastmaster Shahida. Toastmaster Shahida, here is your topic.
Okay, I just joined because I promised my president that I'll be there.
Yeah, okay. This is your topic. Toastmaster Shahida, life is like a piano. Life is like a piano. Toastmaster Shahida.
Ina mina dika taran tarara dai dina nika taran tarara sare ga. Yes, the most unmusical person you have ever seen in your life is yours truly. And as life would have it, I'm married to one of the most musical person in this world, my husband. And so life is as beautiful as a piano. He plays the piano, and in all my ignorance and in all my unintelligence and all my illiteracy of music, just say, khub bhalo, bhishon bhalo, chalate jao, as in very good, move on, keep playing. Not just the piano, but even the music of life. So we are two very unidentical twins. We are separated just by 2 days by different mothers, by two respective mothers, of course, my mother and my mother-in-law. And we are separated, as I said, by 2 days. And we are very unidentical. And that's what probably is the beauty of music in life. Because even without knowing the music, even without not being in a orchestra, you can still run the music, the piano of your life. And that's all I can say when I talk about piano, because as I said, that's all I know about music. And I have ensured that my son understands, even if he says, I love music, I don't get it. I said, yes, very good. Go to your father, because life is all about piano and life is all about music. Over to you, Table Topic Master. Timer con.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahida. Timer is Toastmaster Kanchan.
Okay, I was trying
Toastmaster
to see that.
Shahida, thank you for participating. Thank you so much. And with this, I end my session and hand the podium over to Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Amrita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. Right. Indeed, a very musical session. And yes, what you created from all of us was very spontaneous music. Different stories, different emotions. Amazing. As we come towards the close, music without the mention of this wonderful singer who has etched lovely notes into our memories is incomplete. So yes, the recent demise of singer KK is something that I would not want to leave without paying a tribute. Pal, yaad aayenge pal. Yes, these memories that we create was very well said by KK in his songs are going to come back. These are reminiscences of all the moments that we keep creating in our lives, and may we keep creating some wonderful memories. And with that note, we proceed towards the evaluation section, and for that I request our general evaluator Toastmaster Rutuparna up onto the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrita. So now came the part where we are going to look behind what we have done and what are the rooms for improvement. So for that, I would yes. But before the speech evaluation, I would request the timer to give all the timing for speech and table topic speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Jituparna. Yes, my report for the table topic speakers is first speaker Toastmaster Shreya took 2 minutes 42 seconds. Toastmaster Kalpita took 2 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Nasima took 1 minute 25 seconds. Toastmaster Vandana took 1 minute 40 seconds. And as a speaker, I'm Toastmaster Kanchan took 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Jituparna took 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Amrita took 2 minutes 51 seconds. Toastmaster Shruti took 2 minutes 45 seconds. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Shaida took 1 minute 44 seconds. So all are qualified except 3 speakers. Toastmaster Shreya is not qualified. Toastmaster Amrita is not qualified, and Toastmaster Shruti is not qualified for the voting. So this is my table topic speakers report. Thank you so much, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Yes, thank you. And for the speakers timing, how much time did Toastmaster Vandana took?
Okay. Toastmaster Vandana, as a prepared speaker, took 6 minutes 55 seconds.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Vandana is qualified for the voting.
Yes, thank you. Now I would request Toastmaster Shruti to come on the podium and evaluate Toastmaster Vandana's speech.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. A very good evening to everyone present in the meeting, and a special mention to our speaker in question. Your speech inspiring the audience. I was definitely inspired because I myself is a staunch follower of believing in the secret. I will be approaching this evaluation in 3 sections: ethos, pathos, and logos. The first section, talking about the ethos part of it. First thing that I noticed in your speech was you sharing credible instances where you mentioned about talking with your daughter, talking about and approaching that black cloud that you saw outside of your house, and you and your daughter, both of them, had different perspectives to look at the crowd, and that's where you shared a credible instance. The second instance that I heard in your speech was when you mentioned about roses, when you mentioned if you sow and so shall you reap, whatever you sow, so shall you reap. And you mentioned that, and that was something, since it is one saying that we have been internalizing since our childhood as a part of our syllabus and curriculum, and also seen in our life in various instances. So I could see and witness and experience the credibility in your speech, which was something that even if I was not a follower of the secret, I would have believed so with your instances. Moving forward to building an emotional bond, that is the pathos of your speech. When you mentioned about your story with the daughter talking about the cloud, or when you mentioned about Toastmasters, the feedback that you get from various evaluators in your speeches, you mentioned how have you started approaching that feedback, how have you started internalizing that feedback, and also phrasing it differently. When you mentioned about your last methodology, when you said change your vocabulary. If you say that I have had a bad day, which was an emotional bond for me, because people have bad days. In 365 days of an year, not everyone will have 300 days good days and 65 only bad days. We have bad days, and we can relate to your sentence when you said I have had a bad day. Let's say it was just one day, and let's stay with that moment, not even a phase. So that was where you hit a chord with many of us, probably, where you mentioned that you have had a bad day, or how do you approach the Toastmasters evaluation. And that's where an emotional bond was formed between you and me as two people in this audience. Coming to the logos part of your speech, where the logic and rationale. One thing that I missed in this part is, why did you choose this topic, or how did you come to believe in the secret? You were not born with the belief in having or known the secret, or someone might have introduced you to this entire content, right? To this entire concept of the secret. I missed that part because that would have helped many non-believers in the audience to be a part of your story and think that maybe I was going through a low phase in my life, and that's when someone introduced or gifted me this book, or I came across this video. Any of the such instances would have added rationale to you believing into it. Otherwise, your belief without any rationale sometimes falls flat, according to me. Second thing that I want to have in your speeches, more of personal instances. You have shared one instance with your daughter, and second one was a very common one where you mentioned about roses and seeds. I was expecting one more personal instances. It could be either in feed your mind with positive thoughts. It could be either in having confirmed biases, or it could be in changing your vocabulary. Anything would have helped us to add more rationale to your belief, as in how did it help you. And it could have been one closing point for your speech. Overall, your speech to me was super inspiring, because I am definitely going to be journaling this. And it was illustrative because you mentioned various examples from your own life and from the book itself. And to me, it was very positive. You are a brilliant speaker, Toastmaster Vandana, and you're going to rock the stage every time you're going to come on the stage. So with this, I hand over the podium to our general evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shruti, for the wonderful evaluation. First, coming to Toastmaster Vandana, your speech, I really liked your speech, and the pace you were telling, it was like very slow pace, and we were feeling like, okay, it's going, and we are calm and okay, trying to understand. That was very good, and I really enjoyed, and I really agree with Toastmaster Shruti on those parts, what the ethos and ethos and pathos part that she mentioned already. Now, one thing I would like to mention in recommendation, that is that um, I don't know, like when I saw your face, I thought that you were reading from somewhere. So I don't know, because I noticed you again in table topic section also. I think you have a tendency to look to your left side or right side downward. So it feels like you are reading from somewhere. So it will be nice if you. I would like to take you it as a challenge to just to try to maintain your eye contact with the camera or with the people also, so that it will not feel like you are reading from somewhere. It just try to be cognizant about it. That's the only recommendation I have for you. And coming to Toastmasters Shruti, I really liked your approach, the way you gave the recommendation, like ethos, logos, and pathos, but that I absolutely loved it. The only recommendation is that I saw that when you started the recommendation part, it was almost red card. But even after showing for some time the red card, you then gave the second recommendation. So as we try to wrap up the content when the red card is shown. So just that recommendation I would like to give. Otherwise, your the content that you said, the way you gave the commendation and recommendation, absolutely commendable. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shruti. Now now I would like to evaluate the table topics part first. So for that I would like to mention about the table topic master. She was Toastmaster Jayati, and I really liked all the topics that you have related to music. So the theme you acknowledged it, and you gave everyone the topic related to this, and everyone has some idea because already we are discussing about it. So it helped everyone to bring up some stories also. And second thing is that you gave the rules very wonderfully, all the rules you stated, and you also gave the word of the day again to remember everyone that please use it. So that was a very nice take. The only thing that I would say is that yes, you mentioned it previously that I am going to call you individually, one by one, not individually, one by one, but I will not I will not tell you to nominate yourself. So that was good. So that will be force people to participate. The only thing is that I think when Toastmaster Shahilda was there, she got very confused. Okay, what is happening? So you may just ease it her into it, like, okay, will you participate now? So I'm just giving everyone the topic, everyone is participating. So that for her you could have just ease her into this table topic session. That's the only recommendation I have for you. Now our first table topic speaker was Toastmaster Shreya, and topic was music gives wing to mind. So yeah, she gave how study sometimes feels like our mind is going to be blasted, and how she used music in those times, at those times, to calm down and try to relax. So it was good. And she also gave that sometimes music may help you to some Hindi song, Aaj mein upar asman niche. She gave some examples so we can all relate in that part. I use that song many times when I feel very good. So that was very good. One recommendation is that you ended your speech like this is the end. Over to you, table topic master. So I would say that you don't need to mention that thing like this is the end. You can just mention it like, okay, it can normally state it and then just hand over it. You just no need to mention it is the end. That's the only thing. Now next, coming to Toastmaster Kalpita, and the topic was music give flight to imagination. So she mentioned about how music helps her to move back to her childhood, and how her son likes to listen to different music genre from different language most, and that and her son imagines from different countries, different side of our art, so where we are not belong. So that helps her. So that was very nice. And yes, I don't have any recommendation. It was good. Now moving on to our next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Nasima. So the topic was, for me, music is medicine. So yes, she talked about how music can help us to eliminate all these negative thoughts, and how it can help us like move on and all. Only recommendation I have for you, that mention a time, like personal story, mention a time when you felt low and music helped. Like you can just mention, like, just 2 hours ago I was feeling so down, so I listened to this song and I felt so. It's just your story, so from sometime it helps us. So it helps us to connect with you more. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, you spoke very nicely. Next, coming to Toastmaster Bandana, the topic was where words fail, music speaks. So she gave a wonderful example of her daughter crying, and when she used the music, and that made her daughter stop crying. That was a wonderful example. And you spoke very beautifully and connected, like oh, how music, like sometimes we can't explain, but music helps us to soothe ourselves, make us laugh, make us enjoy. So that was very nice. Only recommendation is that you, at the beginning, you repeated the topic again, so no need to mention, you can just start off with your content. So that's the only thing, otherwise it was good. Next, coming to Toastmaster Kanchan, the topic was music is my only drug. And for this topic, when she started to speak, I was really amazed actually. When I heard the topic about drugs, it came to my mind as addiction. But she used it as a medicine, and how music helps us to, like, emotionally, mentally, physically, every kind of medicine or drug it can be used. So I was really like, it is the power of positive thinking and negative thinking. Like, you, whenever you heard the drug, it comes to addiction kind of thing, but it came, but she started with medicine, so that was wonderful. I was blown away. So that thing, and the only recommendation, you could have add more personal story, like, sometimes you were feeling like particular story. We all talk that I was, when I feel low, I use music. Just a particular point, like, okay, when I was 10 years old, or I was starting to work, like at that time I felt very low and used this music kind of thing. Next, I spoke on her table topics. I will like to take your recommendation from that later on. Moving on to our next table topic speaker is Toastmaster Amrita. Topic was sometimes music speaks what we feel inside. Yes, so she talked about how when she was very stressed about in her life, when many things was happening in her marriage and personal life, so how music helped her to move on. And I would like to say I was totally sucked in the story. You actually are very, like, very good storyteller, I would say. So that was a wonderful table topics. I don't have any recommendation for you. Next, Toastmaster Shruti. The topic was late night, good music, and you. And Toastmaster Shruti obviously started with a song, very with her wonderful voice, and she told how late night, when she listens to music at late night, it helps her to get some ideas for blogging, Instagram post, and so many ideas she get. And she also said that, oh, I am talking about myself, so don't think me as a, you can take me as a narcissist, but you have to focus on yourself, why it is very important for to improve and help others to improve. So it was very nice take. I don't have any recommendation for you. Next was Shahida. Shahida topics was life is like a piano. I absolutely loved your take. You, like, I was blown away. Like, what is she trying to say? At first, you were singing some small, like very loud song, then very soft song. Then you started talking about your husband. I was clueless. Then I was like, wow, how it came together at the end. Like, how you and your husband are playing this life and in a piano. Piano have high notes and low notes. So it was very wonderful take. I don't have any recommendation. I really liked your speech. Now, yes, that was all the table topic speaker. Now I'll come session as a whole. So for that, okay. So session was started little late, 6 minutes late, 5-6 minutes late, I guess. So, but our Sa was Toastmaster Sangeeta. She has a uh, warm smile. Like when she started, I really liked, and it was very. She was very energized. She welcomed everyone and stated all the rules very carefully and very clearly, and introduced the president also very nicely. The only thing is she could have just give a small message if she wants, because there was time. Next, Toastmaster Shruti, Toastmaster president, as a president. So Toastmaster Shruti acknowledged the SA very nicely, and then she explained why EC members, about something about EC committee, and she took some input from some members also who are currently part of EC committee, that how EC, how it helps the club and personally also. So that is very good, I think, because I guess all the clubs election is coming, so we need to motivate all the members. So that was a very good take. Then Toastmaster Shruti also talked about a lot of things, like yes, and one thing I like that she talked about the stories of members. Like she told the past, like most of the time we focus on our past. We tell, okay, we did this, but she brought out the stories from the members. Like this Toastmaster, she was shy, but now she have improved. So that was very nice part, that you actually uh, remember everyone and try to invest your emotion in them also. So that was very good take, and that shows your dedication as a president also. So I don't have any recommendation for you as a president. Now next, coming to Toastmaster Amrita. Yes, the theme was wonderful. The music, about the music, and as I said, like you have a very sweet voice. I know it is not about it is not a speech, but it was your facial expression, hand gestures, and the expression you gave, and all the pauses. It was like totally storytelling, and you can like everyone was listening to you, and it was very relatable, connectable, and it was very to the point. So I really enjoyed your theme. The only recommendation I have is that I know that you have many points, and you have actually very valid and very important points. But the thing is that the content was a lot. So if you are a TMOD, it is also a responsibility to make sure that the session goes on time. So sometimes it may happen that you have a lot of content, but because of the timing issue, you have to adjust that. So we may have a lot of things to say, and those are important too, but sometimes because of this we need to make it short little bit. So that's the only recommendation. Otherwise, I really absolutely like loved your stories and all, and as I said, you are a absolutely good storyteller. Next was yes, I think I have covered everyone. Yes, now uh, comes to our tag team. So first, Toastmaster Kanchan, the timer, do we have any timing left?
Yes, it's evaluator. Yeah, evaluator Toastmaster Shruti took 4 minutes 30 seconds.
Okay,
That is
thank
it.
you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Yes, so Toastmaster continue did a wonderful job as a timer. You explained very rules very clearly. The only thing is that it was difficult to notice the background color, as we are seeing in many of us maybe using mobile and all, when we can't find you, so it was difficult. And also I have seen Toastmaster Kalpita has the blue color background, so I guess people got little confused who is the timer, and also could not find you. So I have seen many people have uh, was over the time. So just to make sure, you can share the screen or ask the tech master to pin you, or can make two people also as a in spotlight. So in that way, people can notice you, can see your video also. So that's all for timer. Next is our R counter, Toastmaster Shreya. Please give your report, Toastmaster Shreya.
Yeah, thank you. So for speaker, Toastmaster Vandana, 3 times a, 2 times and two times short pause. Then Toastmaster Kalpita, 1 time a, 2 time and 1 time short pause. Toastmaster Nasima, 2 times and short pause for 1 time. Toastmaster Vandana, 3 time 1 time and 2 times short pause. Toastmaster Kanchan, 2 times 1 time Toastmaster Ritu Panna, 3 times 2 times and 2 times short pause. Toastmaster Amrita, 2 times Toastmaster Shruti, 1 time and Toastmaster Shahida, 1 time and 1 time short pause. So this is my report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreya, for the wonderful report. Next, I would request Toastmaster Kalpita to come on the podium and give a report as a grammarian.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Madam, Toastmaster Rituparna. Well, I have noted a few good usage words and phrases, which I'm telling you right now. Intrigued, therapy focused, tuned myself on, cognitive, set the expectation, go-getter to its true sense, reliving in the situation, weird, reminiscence, another quotation, what we sow, so shall we reap, as said by Toastmaster Shruti. Now, some not so good usages are receive positive situation, which can be told as receive positive energy. Speak it internally can be used as believe it internally. Take a talk can be said as start a talk. Come off loneliness disease is that come out of loneliness disease, that can be used in this manner. And most of the Toastmasters today have used the word of the day. Toastmaster Nasima once, Toastmaster Rituparna once, Toastmaster Amrita has used it thrice, Toastmaster Jayati once, Toastmaster Vandana once, and Toastmaster Kanchan once. And I myself have also used once. Okay, thank you. And that is all I have today as a report for the grammarian. Over to you, Arjun Valette, Madam, Toastmaster Rituparna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpita, for the wonderful report. Now, moving on to our very important part, that is listening master part. So I would request Toastmaster Nasima to come on the podium and ask us questions. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. let me choose my let me shoot my questions. Okay. Who used music as a tool to make decision? Who used music as a tool to make any? Does anyone know? No.
Amrita.
Toastmaster Amrita?
No, it's not.
Toastmaster Kalpita?
No.
Rituparna?
Jayati.
She said whenever she has a tough thing to decide, she uses music as a tool to decide whether to go on it or not. Okay. And listening to music increases your productivity by how many percentage? Listening to music increase your product. Yeah, Amrita, because this statement was given by you, so you're raising your hand. Okay, tell.
40%.
If nobody else is able to answer, I can answer.
40%, I guess.
Yes.
Correct. 1%. Then who said that she didn't know this step is an entire step?
Can you repeat the question?
We cannot
Rituparna.
get you.
Rituparna.
Yeah. Where she is working. Where she is working. Which company? You're not able to understand, is it?
There's some background there's some background noise coming.
There
It's
is a
not
fan
peaceful.
or AC
Okay,
or
I'll
cooler. Cooler maybe.
Yeah, now it's better.
She's mute.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, it's coming.
I think it's not from me. I think it's counter. Yeah. Yeah, she
Ah.
muted. Okay. Then who said that she didn't know that? Okay, I asked the question. Okay. Music improves our physical, mental, and emotional health. Who said this? Music improves our physical, mental, and emotional health.
Toastmaster Kanchan.
Yeah, right. You are right. Good. Then call me narcissist when it comes to listening to music. Whose
Toastmaster
statement?
Shruti.
Yeah, you are right. Then who is a vocal classical music learner once?
Amrita. Toastmaster Amrita.
Yes, fine. Who said that music recharges her after her long day of studies?
Shreya. Shreya. Shreya.
Shreya.
Toastmaster Shreya.
I listen to music and when I am sad, I focus on lyrics.
Toastmaster Jayati.
Jayati. Jayati.
It's Jayati, right?
Yes.
Then, when Kalpita was talking about her son, what was his ambition, future goal he was having, or a wish?
Traveling to different countries or parts, I think.
For what? For what reason?
To learn different types of music.
Yeah, enjoying the live show abroad. Live shows. Yeah, that's it from my end. Thank you, and over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nasima. Those were really wonderful questions, and I saw so many all the members were participating and involved in the question, answering or figuring out the answers. So that was really nice. So I guess we have covered everything. Now, one thing that I want to ask that what is the time of this meeting? For 1.5 hours or 2 hours? I was little confused. Can someone please tell me?
It is actually 1.5 hours.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpita. So the thing is that I know I'm little time obsessed, so but I have seen all the Toastmaster, all these members of this club are very like in a free, I mean that's a free flow. Like they are telling the stories and they are so involved in the stories and involved in their characters, in their roles also. So I thought everyone was enjoying what they were saying. Just because I am little time obsessed, so just try to understand how much time you can give for this when you are speaking for as I said, for TMOD also and for table topic master also. Table topic master took everyone in that table topic section, so it is very difficult when you take 9-10 participate in people to participate. So sometimes you have to manage somewhere and you can keep the rest of the content for next session also. So that's the only part, because I know just obsessed, but I thought that everyone was really in telling the stories in a story. So that was the most beautiful part I felt in this meeting. So that's all from me. Now I would hand over it back to our TMOD, Toastmaster Amrita.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. That was lots to work on. Wonderful session for today. With these musical notes, music and its power, let's keep listening, let's keep playing, and let's keep singing for us and for others. With this, I hand over the mic to our presiding officer, Master Shruti. Do we have you here?
Yes, I'm here. Yes. So with this, we have come towards the end of this meeting, and thank you so much each and everyone for participating in this meeting wholeheartedly. And this gives me immense joy and pride and whatnot. And I'm also so glad to see Naseema and Shahida joining all the way from various parts of the globe. And also Toastmaster Kanchan and Toastmaster Vandana, Toastmaster Rituparna, Toastmaster Shreya, Toastmaster Amrita, and Toastmaster Kalpita. Thank you so, so much. And with this, since we have moved, Jayati, I'm not even thanking you, okay? Do not expect that. So with this, we have come towards the end of the meeting, because I spoke of everyone and Jayati was like, I told her I'm not even going there. So with this, we have come towards the end. I would request Toastmaster Amrita, because she was making the poll and I'm not able to do it, would request you to please release the polls so that everyone can vote for their favorite person. Shahida, your drooping eyes are telling me that I'm doing all bakwas here, but that's okay. Deal with it. I am running
We're
the show
about to
right
launch
now.
the polls.
Amazing. Do it. Please also revoke all the co-host accesses from everyone, including me. Amazing. I'll make you the host, Amrita.
Okay.
All right.
We have more co-hosts. They would not be able to vote, I think.
So revoke everyone's access.
Okay.
We are not able to
Actually, there is no name, Shruti's name in the poll, and Shahida's name has been repeated twice.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's go ahead with that. Let's go ahead. I've submitted my poll. I've submitted my votes.
Yes. I missed.
No worries. No worries. It's all good.
I'm not getting the poll.
Are you the host?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No, she's not.
Yes, I'm not also getting the polls.
Toastmaster Kanchan is removed.
Can we log in or something? Click नहीं ना ऐसे आता है.
मन से वोट करिए.
ठीक है कर
You can
दिया.
direct message.
Anyways, whoever is the winner, all of you are winners, because you know why? Because I'm so glad to work on yourself, so glad to prioritize yourself apart from everything. Because during the meeting, trust me, I've also made peas pulao, and I've also, you know, done something with the dosa batter that did not turn out very well. And whenever my video was off, I was like working with my help, and I'm like, ye bana dete hain, wo bana dete hain. So despite everything happening in our lives, despite any phone call that might come up, anyone who we were supposed to meet, we are prioritizing yourself, which is why you all are winners for me. And if Shahida can join in from a very different time zone, if Nasima can join in after learning driving Nasima, if Shreya can take up the role and become courageous, take up the role of the R counter, you need not have any other story to inspire you. You just need to start believing, as rightly said by our speaker, Toastmaster Vandana, that you are a brilliant speaker and that you work really well on yourself. All right. So with this, please give yourself a huge round of applause. If you have the results, please do share it with me so that I can announce for the sake of it. Announce the winners for the sake of it.
We've just had 6 people out of 9 who have voted. If there are some more who have
Voting is the biggest festival of
I'm not
democracy.
able to submit. I don't know why. There's something choice 1 and choice 2.
That's okay. Fill something in there.
But submit.
That's an extra question, Toastmaster Kalpita. You can ignore that and just vote at anything. If you don't select a choice, you will not be able to submit the poll.
But submit. Oh, I have to select, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes.
Others, if you can please, we are in a situation where we have tie on all the categories. So let us all vote.
Amrita, I can't see it. So count me out.
All right.
Okay.
So there are 10 people in total, excluding Amrita and Shahida. Sorry, not 10.
Amrita can't vote, Shahida can't vote.
So 3, 3, 3, 10 minus 2, 8. Okay, I'm not that bad in maths, but sometimes I am. 8 people. So out of 8 people, have you received?
I have 7.
I mean, why are you playing I Spy with us here? I mean, play it, vote, submit.
Toastmaster Kanchan, are you able
There's
to
somebody
submit?
else who's playing I Spice. One person is hiding
No, even-
the vote.
No, Kanchan is also.
Where's your
No,
answer
no,
sheet?
I missed it. No.
So both Kanchan and I have to be excluded. So there are 7 voters.
All right, then we have 7. Okay.
Amazing. Then share the results with me, Amrita, or maybe show the results.
Okay. End the poll.
And
I share the results.
Amazing. Now all of you can see the results. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Shahida. So what do you learn from here? That you need to start participating in table topics. Most improved speaker, Toastmaster Vandana. Wonderful. You are a brilliant speaker, Vandana. That goes without
And
saying.
Toastmaster Nasima as well. Toastmaster.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Toastmaster Nasima is the winner. I'm so sorry. Toastmaster Nasima, second place is claimed by Toastmaster Vandana. Wonderful. Choice 1, my name is Choice 1. All right. And best role player in category 1, Toastmaster of the Day, GE and Table Topic Master. Toastmaster Amrita brilliantly done the role of the Toastmaster of the Day. And there is a tie between General Evaluator and the Table Topic Master. Congratulations. And going ahead for the best role player in the category 2, that is the Listening Master, Toastmaster Nasima. Congratulations. And the second place is owned by Toastmaster Shreya. Apart from this, no matter what place you have secured, but you all have a secured place in my heart, because you, my superhumans, are working on yourself. And I'm so, so, so proud of you, because you are prioritizing yourself. All right. You should be on the top of your to-do list, the list that we are running between, right? That I mentioned in the beginning of this meeting, that I feel like a robot, but I should be on the top of my to-do list. All right. Focus on yourself, be self-aware, and move forward. And with this, I also want to tell you all that we will be having our executive committee elections pretty soon. Please do not forget. Please do not forget to nominate yourself for the roles, and we'll be releasing the information regarding the EC elections in the coming week. And with this, I call this meeting close. Can we please stop the recording?